Hi everyone, this is Dr. Brazier here, and I am here to bring you your course walkthrough. So this is Biology 2402 6001 6002. And so here, when you log in, every week you're going to notice that you have an announcement. And this is our first announcement that comes here that says, welcome, let's get started. And this is what you're going to have. And if you click this link down here, it's going to show essentially all the, or it's going to show you a video for the day. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and click, it says look under content. So we're going to click on content here. And then we're going to go to the screen and we're going to see where it says start here. So here is our introduction. And this is going to tell us kind of what to do. You're going to watch the welcome video so that you could see me if you haven't seen me already. You're going to print out the syllabus and watch the syllabus overview video. Just to let you know, I will not respond to emails that you can explicitly find in there. Now, it's one thing if you don't understand something that's in there, then I'll absolutely answer it. But if it's something very specific that I know is in there and it's like dates or how homework is graded or anything like that, then I won't answer it. So please look through the syllabus so that you know what the contract between you and me is, because it is the most important thing in the course. You're going to sign on for your online homework and let you know that Connect through McGraw-Hill does give a 2-week free trial. You will want to pay for it before the end of the 2 weeks, because sometimes if you don't, it can get locked and it can make it really hard to extend the free trial. But it is a great thing that they offer. So yes, use that if you don't have your book right away, but get it so that you can convert that. You're going to go, like right now, we are watching the walkthrough video so you know what's happening. And any extra, there is an extra credit module for the lab, and then there is the personal introduction extra credit. So if we go through, you'll notice this is my quick welcome, so you can click on there to watch the video if you haven't already. Here's where the syllabus is. So if you click on the syllabus, you'll notice right here it is in PDF form. You can download it, and I've already gone through this, so you can see everything is there, how the entire class is put together. If you want to go back, you can just click on this. It always gives you a line at the top as you get into a section, so you can always click back. Here is basically how you sign up, and what this means is just go into this where it says lessons for exam 1 and click on any of the homework links, and that will help you or get you to log into the program. You can't go to Connect itself because this is a integrated course, which means it is actually integrated into D2L. So you can't go to the McGraw-Hill site, because if you go and sign in through a class there, you will not be able to find me, because those are independent. As in, you would have a login for D2L and you'd have a login for McGraw-Hill. But the great thing here is I've tried to make it as easy as possible and integrated everything here. And these are all the links that tell you how to do it. But literally the only thing you have to do is go to lesson 1 and go to like the very first assignment and click on it, and it'll take you to the homework program. Of course, this is a walkthrough video that you're watching right now. Here is the personal introduction, and this is welcoming you to the class. And basically, you're going to use this program, Animoto. You must use this program. This is an extra credit assignment, so it's not something that's required. So please follow my directions. Now, if you get a background, if you're like, okay, because I said make between a 3 and 5 minute video, and you will watch 3 other classmates' videos and comment on something you may have in common or something you think is cool. Now, there are some backgrounds in Animoto that will not allow you to go up to 3 or 5 minutes. They're like 30 seconds or a minute. So if you can't get enough time on it, then pick a different background. And this shows you right here mine if you like to get some ideas, but you do not have to watch it. And so you're going to just click on here, and basically you start a new thread, you write your last name, and then you can do one of two things. You can, when you make the video, it is going to give you a link. You just post the link in there. That's all you have to do. If you're having problems with it, you can download it and you can add it as an attachment here. Or if you download it and you can't add it as an attachment, it's too big, then you can upload it into YouTube and post the YouTube link. But that's kind of how you do it, and then you just hit post. Now again, you see this is telling you how far you're in, so if you want to go back, you can just go hit that back, and it'll take you back to where you were. And then the final thing for that week is the first lab, virtual lab tutorials. Now, it's not going to quite let me in. Let me see what it does. Once you sign in, and maybe this is the one that you do, right? You'll go in and then you'll be able to get to the Connect. So you technically could use this link here to get you through. Now that link is going to teach you, so I'm not going to go through the virtual labs because that link will absolutely teach you how to do them. So make sure you're doing them. So how it is set up afterwards is, so you have the lecture part and you have the lab part. And so let's start with the lab. If you go here, this is the laboratory section. So I have actually made your lab manual kind of here. So if you go into every single thing, you'll see on here, you can go and hit lab assignments, and you'll see there's lab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 labs, right? And for each lab, what it's going to do is it's going to go through and it's going to kind of give you an overview, and then it's going to give you what you need to do, point value for the assignments, and then the assignments are right underneath it. So as you go through, you can see it's there for every single lab. Some of them will have additional fun activities that you can go to, but every single lab here has all the lab activities and tells you how much they're worth and what you can do. So that's where you'll go there. Now, if you go up here, you'll notice there are lab practical reviews. So there are 3 lab practical reviews. And I know if you took me for part 1 of these classes, these weren't always the most helpful because I had not converted them to a completely online class. But these should be helpful because of the lab videos that I've made for this class to help kind of bridge what we would do in a physical class and what we're doing online. So these absolutely will work. And then here is just some extra links for a heart dissection video if you want to. Now there are places here that have student success videos, tutoring, coffee shop if you want to discuss if you're having problems with the class, or you're having maybe something, you're getting an error or something, you can always go to the coffee shop and start a discussion thread and see is anybody else having that problem. I never go in there because I feel like that's your safe private place to talk back and forth with each other. So you absolutely can do that. And here is the testing center information and science and news information. And here is where underneath that student success links, here is Upswing Online Tutoring. So if you need tutoring, you can go and get it completely online with a physical person that will sit on the other end of the computer internet with you and will help you. So you can either use an Upswing tutor, or through Upswing, you can actually use a Lone Star College University Park student tutor. So if you need tutoring, this is the link, and you get there going through the student playground into student success information and then tutoring. Now for the group projects, you'll notice in here, the group project is here. Here are the rubrics that tell you exactly what is going on with the projects. And this tells you possible apps you can use. And here are the 3 particular case studies that you can choose from. So what you're going to do with these is you are going to go and get with your group and discuss, and you will pick which one you want to do. They're all due at the end of the semester, and I give that, not the end, but in November, but I give that flexibility so that we can cover all the topics for each case study, and then you are free to do whichever one that you like. Now, for the lecture exam, if you notice, you have lesson 1 exams here. So these are going to be all the lessons for the first exam. And then after that, you have exam 1, and it tells you what lessons it includes. And I've added the lab exams here on that main page in the order and around the time they'll be due. So they're right here to help you to make it easier to find. So let's go into lesson 1 for exam 1. So for each lesson, it's going to tell you what chapter, what the assignments are. Most of the sections are going to have extra credit that you can get. It's 3 points per section. And basically, I have made my own videos for every section in this class. And so you have an endocrine, I have my PowerPoints there, and I actually have the video that goes over. And so if you watch the video, it's worth 1 point. You print out the PowerPoints and you do notes or you do hand notes, that's worth 2 points, and you turn those in through an assignment Dropbox, and it's a total of 3 points. And yes, they are long because it would be like equivalent if you're sitting through class. But the reason why I do these is because, and give you extra credit for this, is because they are this stuff is actually helpful. I don't test on everything that's in the book. What I test on mostly is the assignment information and my PowerPoint and the lecture videos that I have. So if you were to do them, you would do great on the exam if you studied and remembered them. It's one thing to think you understand it. It's a whole other thing to actually study for retrieval later, right? And so most people get stuck. They study to the point where they start understanding it, and then they take the test. They don't have enough time to convert that understanding to memory. So make sure that you're giving enough time for that. So, but what you do is you go here, and these are helpful videos. You don't get credit for these, but if you need it presented in a different way, I've gone on the internet and found a bunch of videos that present the same information in slightly different ways. So here are helpful videos you can watch. The next section, and this is how every section will be set up, is you have your PowerPoint, and then you have the 2 points of extra credit. The video that you watch, like this one's 65 minutes. This one's kind of shorter compared to most of them. And then this is where you would submit your notes, right? And those are the extra credit. Then you go, there is this area that says practice questions. And so here's a pool of practice questions. They don't get any credit for them. But if you want to go through them and you just want to, because they say the best way to prepare for a test is to test. So this could kind of give you a way to test to see, do you understand the material? There's no, like I said, point value for it, but it's there for you to practice if you like. And then at the end is the actual assignment. So you'll see there's the chapter 13 endocrine system, which is the Learn Smart. And then you have the chapter 1 homework. It may not let me because I'm the instructor go in there, but I'm going to see if I can. So here is what it looks like. So we're going to go in here and preview what this looks like. So this is the Smart Book. It's going to open up. And it's loading content. And so this kind of tells you everything that you need to know. It has all the assignments on there for you. But this is the first one. So here's the book itself. And you can see, you can go down here. And so when you want to practice, you can read. And then when you actually want to do the assignment, do you see down here where it says practice? You're going to hit the practice, and then it's going to start giving you questions. And so like here, what root word does to pass urine? And so if I were to hit it and then go, okay, I know this. This is what I believe. I know it 100%. Then it gives you a little check and it's green. It's like, yay. And you go on to the next question. Which prefix means inside? Now, if you go and you're like, oh, I absolutely know. I know that that's it. It's going to go, no, it's not. You missed it, and it's going to give you the right answer. But do you see over here, it says read about it. So if you're really confused about what's here, you can go over here, and it's going to actually take you to the part of the book that gives you the answer, and you can read about it. It's really, really nice. And then if you want to go back, you can highlight it. You can do all kinds of stuff to it. You can come back over here and you're like, okay, I'm going to go on. And then you can go, okay, I'm not even reading this. Say, I'm unsure. And it'll be like you answered it correct, but you were unsure. So you can start figuring out if your feelings is in line, or are your feelings about the material in line with your knowledge of the material. And they'll keep giving you these questions until you get them all right. And and they'll tell you how many you have left at the bottom right here. So that is the Learn Smart. Let me see. And at any time you can go, and if you go to table of content, it's going to show you all the chapters and all the different assignments you have, and it'll give you all the due dates if you want, and it'll tell you if you are on track or whatever. This one we are not doing. I need to erase that. I didn't realize that was there. So at this point, that is the Learn Smart book. Now, if we go back to the Lesson 1 assignments, you can go to the homework here. Again, you're going to launch. And on here, what they're going to do is there are 87 questions. And the 87 questions you have in this assignment are the 87 pulled questions you have in the other assignment. But I'm only picking 40 of them. Some assignments, there's 20, depending on the amount of content there that I want you to know. And so you may get different questions than other people have because they're pulled questions. So on here, you're just going to answer them. And you'll go through and they'll tell you whether or not you're right. And you'll just kind of go, and they're giving me the right answer because I'm the instructor. But if you go through, it'll just do this, and then you can just hit it. And then you're going to hit submit, and then it'll tell you if you're right or wrong. And so, yeah. So that's how that works. It's pretty straightforward. And that's basically how every single unit is set up. So you can see you have lesson 2, lesson 3, all of them are set up the exact same way. Now, when you get to the exam, I do have a practice exam. You will be using a lockdown browser and a webcam here. And so I have a practice exam. This is not a content practice. This is for you to test to see if the software works correctly on your exam or on your computer. And so I need everybody to do this before you, like the first week of school, so that you can make sure to be able to get this working correctly on your computer. You don't want to wait to the last minute to do this, because if it's the last day and it can't work on your computer, then I'm not giving an extension, because I'm telling you now, go this week, practice this exam on your computer to make sure it works. And if it doesn't, you have plenty of time to figure out what is wrong. You can contact me. I will try to do what I can, pardon me, to help you, but you really need to contact either OTS or VTAC, because I don't have access to your account. The same thing will happen with the lab practicals because they are through D2L as well. So that's basically how everything's set up. I think it's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, please ask. I didn't go through the Flipgrid discussion because I haven't put that up yet, but when I do, I will make a video specifically for that. Have a great day, and if you need anything, let me know.